Leaf insects, also known as leaf mantids or walking leaves, are incredibly fascinating creatures. Here's a quick dive into some interesting facts. Leaf insects have evolved to resemble leaves so closely that it can be almost impossible to distinguish them from actual foliage. They are covered in flat, leaf-like bodies and have veins that mimic real leaves. This camouflage helps them avoid predators like birds, lizards, and frogs. Not only do they resemble leaves in shape, but their movements are also slow and deliberate, further enhancing their disguise. Some even sway gently in the wind like leaves, making them nearly invisible to predators. They feed on leaves, but if they sense danger, they often freeze in place and mimic a leaf's position. Some species even have an ability to drop to the ground and pretend to be dead, further helping them avoid being eaten. Leaf insects can live quite a long time for insects. Some species can live for up to a year or more, and during their life cycle, they can molt, shed their exoskeleton multiple times. These insects are found primarily in Southeast Asia, but their distribution can also extend to parts of Australia, India, and the Philippines. Female leaf insects are larger and sometimes can reproduce through parthenogenesis, meaning they can produce offspring without mating, although they also reproduce sexually. This asexual reproduction is particularly useful in environments where finding a mate might be difficult. Although they mostly look like green leaves, leaf insects can also appear in brown or even reddish hues, depending on the environment they inhabit. Leaf insect conservation efforts focus on protecting their natural habitats, particularly Southeast Asia's rainforests, which are threatened by deforestation and human encroachment. Organizations like the WWF work to preserve these ecosystems through protected areas and sustainable land use practices. Captive breeding programs, supported by institutions like zoos and research facilities, reduce the need for wild-caught insects, ensuring their populations remain stable. Additionally, regulating the pet trade through sites and promoting responsible breeding practices help curb the exploitation of these species. By combining habitat protection, research, and education, conservationists are working to ensure that leaf insects continue to thrive in the wild while raising awareness about their ecological importance. These insects are prime examples of how evolution has shaped creatures to fit perfectly within their ecosystems.